What's up, everyone? It's your boy Jermaine, back with another video. Back with another walking tour video. So today we're gonna do Powell Street. Market is just like right over there. I don't want to start at Market because there's like a dude down there with a boombox, and I don't want the music in the video. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go up Powell Street. Now this part of Powell Street down here is like the touristy part, right? But once we get over the hill, it's gonna be a little bit different. Or not even over the hill, once we get sort of like to the bottom of the hill, you'll see how it changes up quite a bit. So yeah, let's go out and explore. Well, I'm just noticing this building right here in the middle. It's just like I haven't really noticed it before. It looks like it's new. There's no cars coming. Continue to go. Now, luckily with this walk, if you guys don't want to like walk this way, you don't have to, because you can just take the trolley. So this is a trolley route. Down here at the bottom, that's where you would get in the line to get on the trolley to ride it up. Sometimes it could be pretty long. It just depends on the day of the week. Today I'm filming this on a Friday, and yeah, it's definitely longer than if you come here on a Tuesday. But we'll continue going up. Ideally, I wouldn't walk in the street, but I'm making a video for you guys, so I'm walking in the street. Yeah, so I've done so many of these walking tour videos in Union Square, so I thought of this idea. Let's just go over the hill, and let's go over the hill and explore that way. Because I don't usually go over the hill. You know, we can see how the neighborhood changed, and yeah, we can definitely see some differences. One thing I do like about, you know, Powell Street is it is like, you can like take the trolley. Now it is expensive to take the trolley. I think it's like $7 to take the trolley or something like that. But there's like, there's a pass you can get where it includes the trolley. So if you live here, you don't have to pay that $7 every time. $7 is mainly what tourists pay, because tourists just like to ride it because it will take you some distance, you know. It'll take you from here all the way to, I think this one takes you all the way to Fisherman's Wharf, which is a really nice scenic view, you know. And down here you got like all the touristy area. Maybe about 2 or 3 more blocks of this, and then it's more residential, and it's a whole lot quieter than this. But let's just explore. All right, I understand a lot of people, maybe you're watching this and you live in Alabama and you're wondering, why are you just crossing the street? Like, it's a red light, you should stop. Well, I'm just gonna tell you, that's just how it goes around here, you know? If there's nothing coming, I'm just not gonna stop and wait for something to come, or wait for the light to change. I'm just gonna go. Like, that just makes the most sense, you know? Now, if you got all the time in the world, you know, you're rich like that, I guess you could just wait there all day, you know? But for me, I ain't got time for that. Here we go. We have the, this is the Union Square, like the plaza. This takes up an entire block in Union Square. And underneath this is a parking garage. And up above top, you have a really, really nice park. During Christmas time, they put this like ice rink here. Like right on the other side, there's like a big ice rink. And during the summer, there's like, you know, art shows and stuff like that, where people will like sell artwork, paintings and sculptures and things like that. Today I don't see anything like that going on, but maybe tomorrow, maybe it'll be some people setting up. Like I said, I'm filming this on a Friday. Usually on Saturdays it's a little bit more busier, just because it's like straight up the weekend. So, you know, that's just kind of how it works. You know, the other day I had this idea of because I take a lot of photos for another website, and I always like different backgrounds. So I had this idea of going to hotels and just like you know, just dressing up, going to a hotel and like sitting down and taking photos like in the lobby and stuff, and like you know, because different hotels have different backgrounds, you know. So I did that for a couple days this week. It was a lot of fun, you know, acting like I'm a tourist. All right, we have Post Street. Nice view of Salesforce up there. Yeah, that's a cool car, yo. It's a classic, dude. It deserves, you know, a street view. I like that one. A Malibu, old school, in good condition too. Huh. So this is pretty much the last. This is pretty much the last tourist block. You know, there's definitely another. I mean, it's kind of all touristy because tourists get on the train and go up. But for the most part, it's just a chunk of the like normal hotels and stuff like that. Once you get farther up this hill, there's Nob Hill, and there are hotels out there, but the hotels in Nob Hill are gonna be different hotels versus these down here. These down here is more for like everyday folks. The ones in Nob Hill are a little bit more on the fancier side. I'm gonna actually cross the street, so I won't be in the sun. Or maybe I should stay on this side of the street. But I do have to climb this hill, which cameras don't really do this hill justice. It's a whole lot bigger than what it looks, especially when you know, are riding a bike up this hill. I mean, I see tourists do it all the time. All right, we're gonna go up a lot higher than this, but for now, that's where we're starting. Of course, I'm gonna do lots of stopping along the way because I'm gonna try to catch my breath, you know. Bush Street is like the freeway, so it's always good to stop on Bush. Wow, that was a fast light. A very fast light. Oh, you fresh. Okay, so just to give you guys an idea of how big this hill is. If you look at this building here, you can tell where this car is parked, but then you can also tell from this line. If you notice the line there, and it goes all the way out. Well, that's just how big it is. And then look at that wedge there and how it gets smaller. Yeah, these are some big mama jammas. Look at that. I got bars on the window because the windows are at like foot level. big hill. Still going up. Once again, look at the lines. Show you just how big these hills are. Of course, since I'm making this video, I want to act like it's not that big, but believe me, they're massive. Wow. This trolley here looks like a special trolley. Oh, it's got the roses and ribbons on it and stuff. Look at this building here. Honestly, I would not want to live on a street like this. That's just me. There are benefits on living on a street like this. Let's start off with a couple benefits. First off, if San Francisco ever floods and you live up here, you don't have to worry about the city flooding. Now, I know some of you guys may think, oh, the city's gonna flood. Well, the city is very low in a lot of places, and like all the way up to like Market and 10th Street, all of that could be underwater. So I doubt this will be underwater because this is really high up here. The other benefits to living up so high is it's actually it's really beautiful because you get some amazing views when you live this high up. And then I would say another reason you have like probably less people, you know, because it's like on the top of a hill, so it's not like, you know, like it's on top of a hill, so it's not like, you know, you have like, it's not an easy place to get to, you know what I mean? When you come up here, I don't really see a lot of homeless people because it's very difficult to get up here. And like pushing a suitcase, dragging a suitcase way up here, or dragging a bunch of bikes way up here would be pretty difficult, you know. So you come up here to the hill, come up on top of the hill, and it's a whole nother view, it's a whole nother feel. Yeah, now I see why people do love Nob Hill, because there is awesome views. I mean, I guess it's great if you're, you know, if you're working from home and you don't have you're working from home and you don't have a commute, you know, it'd be pretty ideal. Yeah, we're gonna continue going this way. People have requested in videos that I walk up big hills, probably because they want to see what's up some of those big hills. So okay, yeah, I'll start going up some big hills for y'all. I mean, I can't like leave out big hills. That would just be, I'd be wrong. You gotta incorporate hills too, right? This building to the left, I think this is a hotel. I think this is the back side of I forget the name, but it's a fancy hotel. Fremont, I don't know, I could be wrong, I don't know. But I think this is this is an apartment building. There is a hotel on the other side of this block. Got that wrong a little bit. Now over here, like I said, this is pretty chill over here. You know, you're still up on top of a big hill. You know, you got beautiful Class A buildings like this. I'm gonna keep it real. This is just not my style. I don't really like old school buildings like this. But check this out. There's a lot of people that do. There's a lot of people that would love to live in an old school, beautiful building like this, built in the 100 years ago. And I'm gonna keep it real. It's a beautiful building. Look at all that, the sculpture and all the bricks and all the colors. And it's definitely not like some of the buildings in the East Cut where it's just glass, you know. I would much rather live in the glass building than this, but I know a lot of people would love to live in a building like this, or even this one. Look at that one. Just right here on the corner. I really like views, you know. That's one thing that is a big selling point for me. Like, I don't really care if the place is very big as long as it has a dope view. That's everything. Because ever since I've moved to SF, I've got very used to living in small quarters, you know. So I'm not a person that, I don't need a 2,000 square foot house or apartment, you know. I don't care I'm happy with, you know, 500, 600 square foot. You know, if you're efficient and if you're efficient, you know, it'll work out for you. If you're a pack rat, it might be a little different, you know. Right now I do have a bunch of bikes. I've been slowly getting rid of bikes, but I don't want to be a pack rat. There's another cool building here, brick building. The reason why I point these brick buildings out is you don't really see brick buildings anymore because of the earthquakes. Brick's not like the best thing to use. Now, this is not all brick. I'm sure this bottom is different than the top. And I would imagine the facade is brick. Just because, you know, during an earthquake, brick doesn't do so great. It just crumbles, you know. But I imagine some of these buildings probably have has some earthquake reinforcement, you know, to protect against things like that. All right, here's another classic San Francisco building here for you. Bam, just right there on the corner, yo. Beautiful. And then these, check out these. I'm telling y'all, it's a hot day today. Everybody's got their windows open. You know, most places in the city don't have air conditioning. Now, this is another reason why I like living in new modern places, because if you live in a new modern building, they all have air conditioning. You know, but if you live in a lot of these buildings that I've been pointing out on the street, a lot of them do not have air conditioning. And the reason why they don't have air conditioning, it's an interesting looking place. The reason why they don't have air conditioning is because it doesn't get that warm here. You know, it doesn't get that warm here. And if you live in an apartment, if your apartment is on the sunny side of the building, you may not need air conditioning at all, even on a warm day. You know, it just depends on like where your apartment is. If you're on the sunny side, you definitely might want some air conditioning, you know, and especially if you're higher up. If you're higher up, you probably need air conditioning because, you know, the sun can just beam right in and heat stuff up. That's just kind of one thing I've noticed. Air conditioning can be important, you know, but also you can just have fans too. A lot of people just have fans because, oh, look at that classic store. Cable car corner. Yeah, a lot of people just have fans because even on a day like today, like it's kind of warm, but I could totally get by with just a fan. Like I don't need an air conditioner, not on a day like today. And like I say, a day like today is kind of rare. Like we're having an LA day today. Let me check the temperature to see what it is. Let me see. What's the temperature? So it's 21 outside. So I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. Let me see. I'll translate it for you. I like using Celsius system. I don't like the American system at all. It makes no sense. Now I have to go through all these steps to translate it. 69 degrees. So I would say today is like a nice day in the city. 69 degrees. It's definitely windy. It's slightly windy out. You know, to make it cool off. This here is the Chinatown Library. How beautiful this library is, yeah. I've actually never been here. I've heard about it quite a bit. I'm not gonna go inside, but I just want to walk up these steps. This is a beautiful building. And it's kind of hidden away, like tucked away, you know. There it is. I should probably go in and do an internet speed test. But I don't know, a library like this would be not a good place to leave a bike outside for long periods of time. I don't know, I don't hear about too much bike theft in Chinatown. That doesn't mean it doesn't happen. Now over here, this is sort of like, we're getting kind of into Chinatown now, or the backside of Chinatown. So if you go just one block down there, you're gonna hit Stockton, the next block is Powell, and then you're like for real in Chinatown. So this is kind of like the spillover, like there's still like, you know, Chinese businesses around. I've definitely seen a lot of Chinese businesses for the past 2 blocks. There's this really, really awesome park that, for the most part, I usually only see Asian people at that park. But yeah, there's that park. It's kind of hidden away. I don't even know if people even know it's a park actually. But yeah, it's kind of tucked away, you know, with all the trees on the outside. And this is not really a main street that people drive on, just because if you're coming up this street, this is just not like a normal route you would take. Like I don't think Google Maps really sends people that way. So this is kind of like a off the beaten path type place. I'm gonna say this whole neighborhood is off the beaten path. Well, what we got going on here? Yeah, it's starting to get flat again, so you'll probably start to see more, you know, people camping on the street. You'll probably see people tripping out and stuff like that, because like I said, you don't really see that too much up hills because you got to get up that hill. But down here where it's flat, that's where, you know, you don't have to walk up any hills. That's where there's tourists. That's where people are walking out of restaurants and they got a, you know, extra bag of food they might want to give you. You know, you want to be in an area where you can get resources. You know, if you're up on top of Nob Hill, you might not see that many people to ask questions to. Oh, look at this restaurant. Wow, $59.99 serves 3 or 4. Wow, they got some serious prices. $99.99. They charging, yo. I've never seen prices that expensive outside of a restaurant. I mean, but it is feeding like a lot of people though too. This is the fire station. Check out these buildings. I mean, some of these buildings look like they haven't had work in years, you know. There's a lot of these places that are closed down. I really haven't been pointing them out, but especially on this block, a lot of these places have been shut down. And that's after the pandemic, because just not as much business, you know. Things getting rough out here. This here is that famous Broadway tunnel. Yo, I really want them to put bike lanes in Broadway tunnel, dude. Just take one of the lanes and then put a bike lane going each way. That would be so ideal. All right, guys, so I guess we want to wrap this one up. We done with this vid. Yeah, when you get around here in Chinatown, this is pretty much the only neighborhood that I really notice people hanging clothes out the windows. I don't really see this in any other neighborhood. Like even in the Mission District, I don't really see it. Maybe they got dryers in the Mission District. Maybe they don't have dryers here. I mean, that's what I think. Like maybe they just don't have dryers in Chinatown. But I always see people hanging clothes out. Now, if you come out here on a foggy day, like a day that, you know, it's like foggy and not so nice, you probably won't see as much stuff, just because, you know, you need the sun to dry your clothes. Because if you put your stuff out on a foggy day, a foggy damp day, man, your stuff might be out all day, you know. A lot of very interesting buildings around here. This one, I got room for rent. I wonder how much a room for rent is over there. That's a good question. Room for rent. All right, guys, so I guess I'm gonna wrap this video up. We're done with Powell Street. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. If you want to see more videos like this from me, let me know. And peace out. See y'all later. Bye-bye.